So in this lesson, we are going to learn how to perform SMB enumeration with NMAP. What is SMB? Well, SMB stands for Server Message Block. It's a protocol for sharing resources like files and printers, in general, any resource on a server. So it runs on port 445 or port 139 by default, depending on the server. It's natively available in Windows, so Windows users don't need to configure anything extra, just besides the basic setup. In Linux, however, it's a little different. In order to make it work in Linux, you've got to install a Samba server because Linux natively does not use SMB protocol. So then, how can we enumerate SMB? Well, there are a couple of ways that we can do it. The first obvious flaw is using default credentials or easily guessable and sometimes even no authentication for access to important resources on this server. The second flaw is the Samba server itself. Samba servers are notorious for being tremendously insecure. So then what scripts does NMAP provide to us? Well, we're going to list all the scripts about SMB. And as you can see, there are a few scripts in NSE. So in this lesson, we are going to perform enumeration Metasploitable 2 machine for SMB protocols, SMB enum shares, and SMB OS discovery. So let's go ahead and try these scripts. So first, let's run the Metasploitable 2 machine. Open the Kali Linux in VirtualBox. Enter username and password. Open terminal. Enter sudo sudo- for root permissions. Enter the root password. Okay, so let's start with the first script, which happens to be SMB protocol script. So this script will show us basic information about the SMB. So write nmap -p445 so that we can specify the port, and --script for choosing script SMB-protocols. And of course, the target IP address. And what we're looking at here, the server is running NTLM. And this is the version, which is SMB version 1. So it's dangerous by default. So again, we've got to say that this gives us information on how we can act on it, what kinds of exploits that we can run. So this script gives us that initial idea. Now the second script is SMB OS discovery. So write nmap -p445 to specify the port address. --script for choosing the script SMB-OS-discovery and the target IP address. Now this script gives us information about the operating system that's running on the target machine. The server is running Samba, and here is the computer name. The third script is SMB enum shares -p445 for specifying the port address, --script for choosing script SMB-enum-shares, as well as the target IP address. So this script lists out all the shares active on the target. It also lists out permissions as to whether or not we can access those shares remotely or directly with or without credentials. So as you can see, the script lists out the shares that we can have access to. What do you think? It's a virtual gold mine. So in this lesson, we learned what SMB is and how we can perform SMB enumeration.